Okay, time for our Wellness Wednesday segment, and we're talking today with Andrew Herring, a Canadian success story thanks in part to organ transplants. After a case of mono led to a complete failure of his liver, thankfully he was able to receive a new liver, and with that, a new lease on life. And now he's set to represent Canada at the World Transplant Games, kicking off later this week in Dresden, Germany. Andrew, before he heads to Germany, sitting here on the couch with me on CB24 Breakfast. Nice to meet you, Andrew. Congratulations on what you've achieved here. But let's just we had a quick recap of your story here, but why don't you tell everyone, you were a high school student, normal athlete, and suddenly you fall ill with mono, and what happens next?
Yeah, really, it was an incredible event. I just went from being a normal high school student to getting mono, feeling the effects, and then within days, I went from just feeling a normal person to an 8-day coma, and really just from there, it's such a terrific, terrible event on my brain that just from all I can remember is going to the hospital and waking up post-transplant. All that needs to be filled in for my parents from the short-term memory that comes from the toxins. But really, it was a 1 in 50 million chance. It doesn't happen to a 17-year-old. It happened to me. But yeah, I lost 35 pounds in 3 weeks. It was a 6-month recovery. And yeah, from there, continued to play squash and, excited to play for the transplant.
Yeah, I mean, it is pretty remarkable. In the time when you were in that coma, you became the #1 liver transplant recipient, like the most needed transplant. You got that from somebody in British Columbia who died here. What do you understand the process was like in terms of that? That, I mean, somebody dies on the West Coast, you're here on the East Coast or in Central Canada. How did that all unfold?
Well, really, it was incredibly quick. What we seemed to think was that I was close to hours away from death. So really, when it happened, they during the surgery, they opened me up to go get the liver from the donor, and I'm very thankful for him. He was he gave me the gift of life and a second chance and the ability to play the transplant games. So you were a squash player before this happened.
Yes. Now you're going to be going and playing at World Transplant Games, representing Canada here. How miraculous is that, and how special is it at the same time?
It's really, really special. Squash is a huge part of what I do. I love playing. I've been training really hard. Really, it's just like when you have a transplant, it's not the end of the world. It's the beginning of a new chapter. It's pushed me forward. It's a motivator. It doesn't set you back. It really just makes you want to be the best person you can be. And the World Transplant Games is a way to show the world that people who have had transplants can be the best they can be, that it doesn't hold you back. It's a motivator. It makes you a better individual, and it just drives you forward. And being able to do that through sport and through squash, which is something that I love and has been a passion of my whole life, is something I'm so happy to do. So
Andrew, are you saying that you're effectively playing at the same level you were post or pre the mono and everything that unfolded?
I would say that I'm playing a similar, if not better, level. I've been training really hard. It's been a grind and a journey to really get back to what I was before, but I wasn't going to let that hold me back. I wasn't going to let it be a blockade in what I could be. So I just kept on pushing forward and training every day to be the best that I can. And I want to do as well as I possibly can in the game. So I'm trying to be better, and I think that I am better.
That is so inspiring, Andrew. I mean, how old are you now, and how hard has that been based on what you went through?
Well, I'm 21 years old, and I had my transplant when I was 17, and it's been a lot of work. I'm gonna be honest. It's a tough journey, but it's really just a motivator. It's something it can be tough. It's been tough at times, but you don't let those feelings drag you down. They push you forward, and it's made me better, and it's made me want to be better.
Has it changed other facets of your life, that experience?
I'd say maybe just I lost 35 pounds. My body has changed in some ways. There comes like some memory stuff, but other than that, no. I really it is difficult, but I'd still say I'm better than I once was.
Right.
I've made myself that.
And have you been to a World Transplant Games before? Is this going to be your first one?
This is my first one. I'm very excited to meet the team and play for Team Canada and play for squash. But I'm excited for games in the future. But this is my first one. I'm so excited. It's going to be so much fun.
I can't imagine. And you leave just in a couple of days' time, right?
Yeah, I'm leaving on Friday. The games start on Sunday the 17th, and I play on the 20th.
That's amazing. And what do you understand the competition is like? Have you ever played against anyone else who's also a transplant recipient? Or how new is this going to be for you?
This is very new for me. I haven't played with anyone who's had a transplant, but I've reached out to a couple people, see how it goes. It's a pretty competitive tournament, so I've been training hard to be the best that I can, and hopefully get the gold for Canada.
And so just to be crystal clear for everyone, there's no modifications, nothing changes about the game, the length of the games. It's squash as it should be played. You just happen to be an athlete, and everyone you'll be playing against is an athlete who's had some sort of transplant.
That's exactly right. Yeah, I'll just be playing how I would play squash in university. It's exactly the same, but just people who have had transplants and just incredible stories. What
a message that is. I mean, just to let people know, hey, if you have a transplant, that doesn't mean you just have to sort of sit and ponder things for the rest of your life. You can get up and do that. That's really inspiring, Andrew. Do you ever go and talk to classes or any groups like that? Because that's a wonderful story.
No, I've talked to a lot of my peers, and I've done some other new stuff. But I think it's like I want to share my story. I want people to know that how empowering and incredible transplant is, and how it saves lives and gives people second chances, and has made me and allowed me to be the person that I want to be now. And
Andrew, that is an amazing story. Congratulations on what you've achieved. Good luck in Dresden this week. Can't wait to hear about it, and hopefully we can connect and find out how you're doing. So thanks so much for this.
Thank you so much for having me.